Hey, what's up, guys? Enrique Kings here. This is going to be a little different, so we've shown you some different styles of videos that we've been making, but, every once in a while, I want to take you guys back. And what I mean by back is I want you to know who I am. I'm going to be sincere. I've always been sincere, but, I really want to let you guys into who it is that Enrique is. So one thing that has always been really, really important to me has been music. I don't think really that I'd be able to survive without it. And through this video, I'm going to introduce you to my son. I'm going to introduce you to my brother. It's kind of weird that without even knowing, music is a part of our lives. It's something that's just been embedded in us ever since kids. So this is me, guys. This is just who I am. So I did want to read something to you that I wrote down, and this is music to me. Música brings back the loved ones we've lost, the ones that we still have. It brings joy, it brings sadness, it brings nostalgia, but most importantly, it cures our painful hearts. That's what music is to me. Let me take you guys back to around my first memory of truly listening to music. It was about 1976, and I'm in Philadelphia. It's Christmas. My parents are both Puerto Rican. And there was this tradition, which still obviously there is today. I don't know so much about in the U.S., but in Puerto Rico, it's called parandeando. Parandeando is when you go from door to door, your friends' houses, and you knock on their door. Your group of friends are all playing music, right? You got your dude on the guitar, you got the dude with a guiro, and then you have a singer, right? My dad always was the singer. That's what he wanted to do, and it's more like, it's not improv, but it's all like on the spot, off the cuff type of singing. I remember that my dad, he'd lick his hands. He had these huge, what the hell are these called?
Forearm?
Yeah, your forearms, right? So he had these huge forearms. And so he'd lick his hands and he'd be like, that's how far back I truly remember music. I mean, it's something that has literally been put in my veins ever since I was a kid, So, and then, still in the 70s in Philadelphia, my mom loved music. She was always singing around the house songs that were like romanticas and just cool stuff like that. One of her favorite singers was a lady called La Lupe, a Cuban lady. There's this song called Que Te Pedí. Might make you a little sad, but my music, it's truly expansive. I don't like just one style of music. So I grew up in this Hispanic household, listening to my parents and listening to the music that they played. But obviously I had older brothers and sisters. My sister Jackie used to have this record player, and it was like this little portable Raggedy Ann and Andy record player. She would play the Stylistics, Heat Wave, the Commodores, Bee Gees. I also love that music today, So I'm telling you, if you ever see my Spotify playlist, it's all over the place, Loved Michael Jackson, loved Prince. In grammar school, I had two best friends, Jerry and Jerry. I'm not going to say their last names, but Jerry and Jerry were my best friends. These guys introduced me to Metallica, AC/DC, Iron Maiden. Check this out. Fun fact. I have a tattoo on my leg that is a basketball. Underneath that basketball, there is a picture of Eddie. Eddie was like the mascot or whatever for Iron Maiden. So I'm telling you, man, it's crazy, right? As I got older and then moving to Chicago, obviously that changed me also. Because, you have Chicago house music. There was club music back in the day, freestyle. I am able to enjoy all facets of music. If it has a good beat for the most part, I'm down with it, Rap music, believe this or not, when I was around 15, I was in a rap group. I was in a rap group. They used to call me Ready TK1, which stood for Ready to Kill One. Yeah, okay, I wasn't ready to kill anybody, okay, but that's what it was, you know? My main job was to beatbox, but once in a while, they'd let me rap. And I remember this one song that I was like, here, what did I say? My name is Ready TK1, your rap master lord, taking out your suckers with the swing of my sword. Ha ha! That was me, you know? I mean, I can vibe with that. You know, and then I got married. You know, my wife's Mexican. Now I'm listening to rock en español, you know, which is Spanish rock, which is fucking dope. You should definitely check out, you know, there's a bunch of groups. Just go check out Maná. You know, go if you're gonna not, or here, even better, listen to Caifanes. Badass group, you know? It's crazy. It, you know, from my son and his music, which I'll show you in a little while. My nephew, check him out, at Marcus Alexander. Yo, that dude is badass. Rapper extraordinaire. You know, the dude's all over the place. Actor. It kind of runs in our blood, you know, and music has definitely taken me out of a lot of ruts. It's helped me in a lot of different ways. It's brought me peace. It's brought me sadness. But most of all, definitely has healed my heart. Yeah, man, music. Done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Oh, man, good, bro. How you doing, man? You good?
Listening to stuff back from the 70s. Only Spanish music.
Oh, God.
Ain't no offense.
If no one knows this dude that you're looking at right here, this is my brother Gello. He is literally a walking encyclopedia when it comes to Spanish music, you know, or let me rephrase that. He's an expert in Puerto Rican music, especially from the island of Puerto Rico. Every time I call you, you're listening to music, right?
It soothes the savage beast in us.
Right now, I'm doing a video on music. Because I respect you, not only because you're my brother, because you really know music, you know? I wanted to call you. There's certain things that I can't recall, you know, from growing up in Philadelphia with mom and dad and stuff like that. What was it like for you as a kid growing up in our household, let's say on a Friday night?
Oh, baby. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Didn't matter which household it was, right? One household might be quiet, but you open up that window, and Hector Lavoe smack you in the face. Todopoderoso, ese señor. That is how we grew up. Old school music. I don't recall ever listening or hearing an English song in our household. So we weren't as bilingual as we probably should have been. But the music, for me, the profoundness that it had in la alma, in this and here, I'll give a Philly term. Forget about it. You can't measure that, Eric. Why? Because I became more of a historian now, right? Because I only loved the music from when I grew up. But man, I morphed into this island guy. You're absolutely right. You can dump me in any little barrio, and we can talk about music, and I will damn survive, dude. But that came from upbringing, from Wallace Street, from Green Street, from Roberto Clemente.
From Roberto Clemente, yeah.
The music always was on.
What was like Pop's favorite music? What would he listen to?
He listens to that stuff that not a lot of folks like, and it's that hillbilly stuff. But it's that Puerto Rican hillbilly stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff that actually does make a lot of sense back when he was born in the 40s, right?
Jíbaro music, Jíbaro.
A little more profound than Jíbaro because Jíbaro, it's one. But anyway, beyond that, it's that music that it hits the soul. And mom liked that Guadalupe. She liked more alegre music. Pop liked that old school stuff from the mountains.
She had told me something today about a band that she used to listen to called Lili y el Gran Trio.
That's exactly what they are, dude.
Who is, I'm not going to even ask you for your top 10. Who's that one?
And it's Hector Lavoe.
Hector Lavoe.
If you start listening to his music of 22 years, you'll see the progression of his music, but you'll also see the progression of his pain. Man who's been alone for a long time can understand the pain the man's gone through in them stages. And we talked about you and I, Barato Mio, as Hector, because I can follow and understand what he went through his lifetime. The greatest ever.
I don't know, man. You know, it's like I said, for me, you know, I can go back to certain songs and it takes me back to a certain part of my life, and it really tells a story. As you listen to music, you create a story. You create like a movie in your head, in a sense, depending on what you're listening to. It could literally take you back in time.
The music absolutely saved my life. I'd be gone. I would lie you not. I'd be gone if it wasn't for music. Your son probably understands that. You know?
Believe he does.
That deepness.
Man, you're my fucking number one dude, man. You know, so, all right? You know that. All right, I always love chilling with you.
The hair. 56, not too bad, guys. Bye.
All right, man. Peace. So I've been telling you guys all about my music, you know, my music life, and it's really funny. I tried everything that I could to get this guy right here to play basketball. Right? That's all I wanted him to do. I'm like, dude, you got to play ball. I was his coach anyways. Music has a way in my family to find its way in our veins. You know, it really does. And it's funny because I remember, I don't know if you remember, the day that you told me, and I know it took a lot of guts because I was a huge basketball player, right? But it took a lot of guts for you to come to me and say, hey, Dad, I don't want to play basketball anymore. I want to play music. What did I say to you?
Just say I don't remember that. I could only paraphrase it.
Well, I said, if you play that guitar the way that I play basketball, I'm good. You have played guitar, the drums, you did some piano. You have really, really made me proud, man.
Thank you.
And, you know, I just wanted to take a second to, first of all, acknowledge that. And you've even been singing, right?
True.
I wanted to ask you, when was because I don't even know these answers, which is pretty cool. So you guys are getting the answers just like I'm getting the answers,
yeah,
you know?
I'm very unprepared.
Like, do you remember the first time that you really felt that bug, you know, that music bug, that you just, this is what you knew you were going to do?
What made me want to start playing guitar in the first place was Duran Duran.
Okay.
And it doesn't really make any sense, but it was Duran Duran and the Bee Gees. I just thought they had cool guitar parts. Like, there was the Bee Gees had all the, you know what I mean? They had all that stuff that I really like. Forgot what song it was, but they have a song that has like a really sick guitar lead over it, and I just remember being like, oh, like, I want to know how to play that.
What's kind of cool that I've noticed that you and I are very similar is the fact that we have a wide array of music that we listen to. How is it that, because okay, fine, you loved guitar from those, you know, from those couple songs or whatever, it was something that gave you that thing, but what gave you that expansive look to music itself?
Well, I mean, I feel like I had always kind of been into, I mean, I don't know if you remember when I was super little. I mean, I just listened to like those bargain bin CDs.
Yeah.
And they were like random stuff, like electronica. I still have a CD called like Electronic Jazz or something like that I used to like really love. I liked like old school hip hop that you like used to show me. I feel like I had a lot of different influences, and then my mom with her like rock and Spanish stuff. It has a way of sticking around, you know.
Be honest. What's your ritual before going on stage? Be honest, man. Go ahead. What's your ritual?
My ritual
Yeah,
before
what's your
going
ritual?
on stage. I mean, to be honest, I think I try not to overthink it. I almost try not to think about what I'm doing until I'm on stage. It's gonna make me too nervous. So like, I'm just kind of like, oh, here I am setting up music here. It's kind of weird, you know what I mean? Why am I doing that? And then like, you know, the people who are doing like the house music will like turn down the house music. I'm like, oh well, I guess I gotta play. I don't know. Yeah, I really try not to think about it. Like usually, like the ritual before the gig is like me and whatever band we're playing. It's like we'll sit down, if there's like a bar, we'll sit down at the bar and have like a beer or two, and we're just chilling. And then it's like, oh, okay, we gotta go, and then we get up and go. And usually it goes well.
I got nothing but respect for you. You know, I've seen you. A lot of people don't understand what it takes. A lot of people are out on the floor watching. But what it takes to actually be on a stage, the literal hard work that you have to do, forget about moving equipment, you know, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about all of the preparation that it takes, the countless hours that I've heard this guy down here in our studio preparing and writing songs and repeating songs and recording songs, and the way that you think sometimes freaks me out.
Writing a song is just crazy though, because it's just one of those things that still doesn't really make sense to me. Like, it just kind of like pops in my head, and I feel like it's probably just one of those things where it's like I've heard so many other songs that my brain kind of just hits like the randomly generated button and kind of just like mishmashes thing until, you know, mishmashes everything I've learned kind of into like this one small idea that I get in my head, and I'm like, oh, and then I just run down here, open my laptop, record it, and then from there I can just assess where I want to take it from. But it's,
you don't only hear one part, you literally hear all the different instruments all at once, and you're recording it. You know, it takes time to hone those skills yourself. If you guys haven't heard any of his music, you could literally just go back to, you know, look at all of my videos from before. That's his music, some solo stuff, and then some in with one of his bands.
Subliminally, or using subliminal messages to get you guys to listen. It's not even out. Like, literally, all those songs aren't going to be out until March 5th. So
yeah, it's pretty cool, man. That's really, to me, it's I'm pretty blessed, you know, and I'm blessed to have you as a son. I really am, you know.
Thanks, Pop.
So, you know, I appreciate you. You know, make sure you check out his YouTube channel.
It's Eric Reyes.
Yeah.
I actually linked your channel on the last video. Did you see that?
Oh, I did see that. Yeah. But yeah, man, we're a father and son duel getting it done, you know. So, thank you.
There we go.
All right. Appreciate you, okay?
Yeah.
I do. All right, man.
Cool. That was good.
Peace.
Don't like my microphone, kiss my ass.
Yeah, so ironically, the camera audio is the only thing that worked here, so sorry.
I took you through my history, you know, quick little history of where, you know, music started in my life. You got to meet my son, one badass brother, and you got to meet my brother, which is another badass brother, right? I appreciate you guys tuning in, checking this out, but most of all, I want you guys to know who I am. We'll be doing these, you know, these type of videos periodically, letting you into my life so that you really know I'm opening the door for you. So come check it out, you know? Like, subscribe, share. I would appreciate it. I really would. If you're not listening to music, as soon as you stop watching this video, you're crazy. Put something on, you know what I mean? Go vibe out. Do whatever it is that you want to do. Most importantly, keep music in your life, all right? Especially now during these pandemic days, all right? Thank you. I appreciate you. Cheers to you with a little wine. And peace out, man. Enrique. Peace.